to the motherfucking district era, and it's your boy Siah from the block with another motherfucking story for you guys. So, for today's story, I'm gonna tell you guys about the first time that I ever got drunk, and kind of the first time I ever went to like a real party. Yeah. Today's story, we have a nice little special guest, this little joint here, who's going to be joining us on this little narrative that we have. Alright? Yeah, let's get it. Alright, peeps and peepettes. So this all kind of happened like, I want to say, like my 7th grade year, or like 6th or 7th grade. I was with two of my cousins. My older cousin Josh, it was his friend's party that we were going to, and then I was with his younger sister Brittany. Me and Brittany are the same age, so we were both, expecting to be, I don't know, kind of like the outcast of the party, because we were a lot younger than everybody else. I think my cousin Josh was 6 years older than me. So it was, I want to say, like a Friday night or something like that, and we were super excited to go. So my mom, she was, I don't know, she wasn't necessarily on board with it, but then again, she was really just on the fence about it. So she had her doubts, but we already had the initial plan that we were just about to go and have a fun time. Now, I've never really been drunk before this. Like, I've had alcohol in my life before that, but it wasn't nearly to the point where I've actually gotten drunk. Like, it's always just been a little sip here and there, like a swig of this, something like that, something simple. But with this party, I had planned on getting lit and turned up as fuck. That was the goal. Alright, so the party was for this girl, Savannah. She was the sister of my cousin Josh's baby mama. Now, we knew her and everything, so it was all cool, but like me and my cousin Brittany, we were the youngest ones. So of course we were just low-key nervous as shit. We didn't really know the crowd too much. We didn't know what to expect. So we pull up to this apartment complex somewhere off in Aurora, I think. I can't really remember. It was a long ass time ago. And we got there kind of early. We got there really before the initial, before anything really popped off. It was really in the early stages of the party. So we were just kind of standing around, doing our little thing. My cousin Josh was walking over, talking to everybody he knew. And I just remember thinking, yeah, we're gonna get fucking lit. Like, this is just gonna happen. And talking to my cousin, and we were trying to kind of scheme how we were gonna get like hella alcohol, because we didn't really know what my older cousin Josh's plan was, or like what his, was he was expecting. So we were trying to, come up with some ways to just get some shit from him. Luckily enough, he just came over and asked us if we wanted some beers, and we were like, yeah. So we're sitting here chugging beer, going hard. And they had beer pong. They were playing beer pong in the living room. And this is the first time I ever played beer pong too, surprisingly, that I'm now just remembering. And my cousin Brittany was surprisingly really fucking good at it. Like, she was splashing them hoes all night long. Like, she was Kobe with the shot. I don't understand. Now that I'm remembering, like, she was low-key just too nice with it. Like, yeah, we were on them tables, for the longest fucking time. Two youngest people in there just sending everybody home back to their mama. Like, niggas were in there salty. So after we finally got beat by this, I think it was like some teenage dude, but he's like 16, 17, but he had like male pattern baldness. Like, the dude was really like balding in the middle of his head, and it was distracting as shit. And then, oh yeah, that night, I remember why we lost, because the chick flashed me her titties when I was shooting. And I was, I was young and drunk, and that shit was just the best. So of course I just airballed the shit out of that, and we lost. So it was pretty sly on her. And I mean, a little low, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, after we got off the tables, we were already pretty lit. We had 2 beers before we hopped on started playing beer pong, and then we were actually drinking beer while playing the beer pong. So we were already pretty turned. And then we're like looking for my cousin because we kind of lost him throughout the night, and he was in the back room, and apparently they're like about to smoke some weed. So we were like, oh shit, like I had smoked weed before this, so I was already game for that. But it was my cousin's time, first time smoking weed, so I was just trying to talk her up. We were already both lit, so it was like whatever. So we make our way in there. As soon as they see us, they're like, hey, you guys try to smoke? So like, fuck yeah. So we hopped in the circle. They had this big ass glass pipe, first one I've ever saw like that. And it was just going in rotation. Didn't really know how to use a pipe at the time. Like I've never, it was the first time I've seen one, so I didn't realize you're supposed to put your thumb over the carb when you hit it and then release it, the whole, snick. So when I was hitting it, I wasn't really getting any weed from it, and my stupid drunk ass was just like, just kept passing it, knowing damn well I wasn't really getting the hit. It was being awkward. I didn't want to say anything because, I was the youngest one there. I didn't want to, I wanted to look like I knew what the fuck I was doing, but I was so fucking out of place. It was ridiculous. So at this point, I'm slightly crossfaded. I just remember walking around the apartment and then starting to feel like the room was like moving, like I was on my lean shit. I was fucking, all over the place. And I just remember going outside because I couldn't, it was hot as shit in there, and the bathroom was crowded, and I really had to take a piss. Yeah, after I took a piss, I stumbled my drunk ass back into the party and found my cousins. They were all just kind of chilling, doing their own thing, and we finally decided, like, maybe it's time for us to go. But I do remember going to Taco Bell before we got home and getting some bomb-ass food, and we got back. So we're in there at my cousin's apartment chilling. I was so lit, I could barely eat the food, but I managed up the strength to kill like maybe a taco, 2-3 tacos, and then I passed out on the couch. And I was just laying there, just in there, because I was just drunk, for the first time. So I was I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know when it was gonna be over. Like, it was all such a new thing. And then I got the spins for the first time, and I thought I was fucking losing my mind because I was just laying on the couch, and then everything just started spinning, like out of control. And I thought I just knew I was gonna die. I knew I was gonna fucking die, because I was like, there's no way in hell I'm just sitting here spinning in circles. And I just got up and sprinted to the bathroom and just threw up all over the fucking bathroom. Like, I think I got a little bit of it in the toilet, but I'm pretty sure like 95% of it got everywhere else but the toilet. And I don't know. It was just terrible. It was terrible. Like, after I mustered up the strength to get up from the toilet, I just crawled back to the couch and just went back to sleep, and then didn't even clean it up. Next morning, I wake up with I'm pretty sure I had the worst hangover of my life, but I can't really remember too much. I just remember feeling super sick. And of course, my cousin saw the bathroom, was pissed off like a motherfucker. And but there was nothing really he could say about it because he kind of enticed that shit. But then here's where shit got a little weird. I told my mom we weren't gonna be drinking. I told her because she said she didn't want us to be drinking, but she kind of figured that we would. And my mom, she's sneaky, she's clever, okay? Because what she did was she called my cousin, and when she told him that my cousin Brittany had told her that he let us drink, and that we got super drunk at the party. So what Josh was like, okay, when he heard that, he was like, ah, shit, oh yeah, I let him have a couple drinks, and just started telling him kind of the basic stuff of what happened, not what actually happened. And then she was like, no, yeah, she didn't tell me that. I just wanted to see if you would tell me that you did. And she fooled him. She got him good. And I was pissed because my mom came at me super sideways about it. I think I got in trouble pretty bad for that shit. But it was funny though, cause But yeah, that was the first time that I ever got super drunk. I think it was a pretty great night. It was pretty fun. Really good at beer pong that night. My cousin, I was so surprised. And then I got flashed. That was pretty nice. Smoked weed, not really though, because I didn't really get shit. And yeah, experienced my first fucking spins and all that shit. So yeah. But yeah, I just want to say a special thanks to Josh, my cousin. He's no longer with us. He passed a couple years ago. But yeah, his birthday was just like last week or something. It was July 15th. It's like July 21st or something like that today. But yeah, just want to say a special thanks to him. Rest in peace. We're gonna miss you. And thanks for getting me drunk for the first time. And then getting me in trouble for it too. Fuck it. Alright, that's been it, you guys. If you guys like the story, like the channel, share, subscribe, all the jazz. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. And I want to say a special thanks to the joint. Thanks for being here on this journey. And have a good one.